Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Teeny Crochets and today is the fourth in our shape series, so I'm going to be showing you how to crochet a 3D semicircle. So crochet hooks at the ready and let's get going. To make the semicircle, you're going to need DK yarn in the colour that you want, so any colour. And you're going to need a 3.5mm crochet hook. So this is my favourite hook, which is why it's extremely worn. And before we get going, it's worth mentioning, I'll leave a link in the description box below to the written pattern. So there is a pattern with all 12 shapes in it already. So you can go and download the pattern and either crochet along and have the written pattern next to you, or you can just follow the tutorials. Up to you. So with our DK yarn, I'm going to begin with a slip knot onto hook and we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. Now into the second chain from hook, I'm going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Then I'm going to chain 1 and turn. For row 2, we're going to do 2 single crochets into every stitch. So we're going to increase in every stitch. So 1 and 2 into the first stitch. 3 and 4 into the second stitch. 5 and 6 into the third stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. For row 3, we're going to single crochet in one stitch, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the following stitch. We're going to do that 3 times. So single crochet for 1, increase in the next stitch for 2 and 3. Single crochet for 4, increase in the next stitch for 5 and 6. Single crochet for 7, and increase in the next stitch for 8 and 9. So we have 9 stitches, chain 1 and turn our work. For row 4, we're going to single crochet 2 stitches, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So we're going to single crochet 1 and 2, increase in the next stitch for 3 and 4. Single crochet 5 and 6, increase in the next stitch for 7 and 8. Single crochet 9 and 10, increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. So we have 12 stitches, chain 1 and turn our work. For the next row, row number 5, we're going to single crochet 3, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So we're going to single crochet 1, 2 and 3, then increase in the next stitch for 4 and 5. Single crochet 6, 7 and 8, increase in the next stitch for 9 and 10. And then single crochet 11, 12 and 13, and increase in the next stitch for 14 and 15. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. For row 6, we're going to single crochet 4 stitches, then we're going to do 2 single crochets into the following stitch 3 times. So single crochet for 1, 2, 3 and 4, increase in the next stitch for 5 and 6. Single crochet 7, 8, 9 and 10, increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. Single crochet 13, 14, 15, 16, and increase in the last stitch of this row for 17 and 18. So we have 18 stitches, chain 1 and turn our work. For row number 7, we're going to single crochet 5 and then do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, then increase in the next stitch for 6 and 7. Single crochet, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, increase in the next stitch for 13 and 14, single crochet, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19, and increase in the last stitch for 20 and 21. Chain 1 and turn our work. So for the next row, which is row 8, we're going to single crochet 6 and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the following stitch, and we're going to do that 3 times. So let's single crochet for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then increase in the next stitch for 7 and 8. Single crochet, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14, increase in the next stitch for 15 and 16. Single crochet, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and increase in the last stitch of this round for 23 and 24. Chain 1 and turn our work. So for row 9, we're going to single crochet 7, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the following stitch, and we're going to do that 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, increase in the next stitch for 8 and 9. Single crochet, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16, increase in the next stitch for 17 and 18, single crochet, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and increase in the last stitch for 26 and 27. Chain 1 and turn our work. For row 10, we're going to single crochet 8 and then do 2 single crochet in the following stitch, and we're going to do that 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, increase in the next stitch for 9 and 10, single crochet, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, increase in the next stitch for 19 and 20, single crochet, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and increase in the last stitch of this round for 29 and 30. Chain 1 and turn. For row 11, we're going to single crochet 9 stitches and then do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then increase in the next stitch for 10 and 11. Single crochet, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Increase in the next stitch for 21 and 22. And then single crochet 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30, 31, and increase in the last stitch for 32 and 33. Chain 1 and 10. For row 12, we're going to single crochet 10 stitches and then do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Increase in the next stitch for 11 and 12. Single crochet 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, 21, 22, and increase in the next stitch for 23 and 24. Single crochet 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and increase in the last stitch for 35 and 36. Chain 1 and 10. For row 13, we're going to single crochet 11 stitches and then do 2 single crochets in the following stitch, and we're going to do that 3 times. So let's single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, increase in the next stitch for 12 and 13. Single crochet 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, increase in the next stitch for 25 and 26, single crochet 27, 28, 29 and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and increase in the next stitch for 38 and 39. Chain 1 and 10. For row 14, we're going to single crochet 12 stitches and then do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So we're going to single crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, increase in the next stitch for 13 and 14. Single crochet, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, increase in the next stitch for 27 and 28, single crochet, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40, an increase in the last stitch for 41 and 42. Chain 1 and turn. For row 15, we're going to single crochet 13 and then do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, increase in the next stitch for 14 and 15, single crochet, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, increase in the next stitch for 29 and 30, single crochet, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, an increase in the last stitch for 44 and 45. Chain 1 and turn. So this is row 16 and it's the last row of our semicircle. We're going to single crochet 14 and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the following stitch 3 times. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14, increase in the next stitch for 15 and 16, single crochet, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, get some more yarn, and 30, increase in the next stitch for 31 and 32, single crochet, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, an increase in the last stitch for 47 and 48. So if I zoom you out, this is what we have so far. So we have half of our semicircle coming to life, and what we want to do now is to single crochet across the bottom of this piece. So in order to do that, in the last stitch that I just did my last increase in, I'm going to do another 2 single crochets into that stitch, 1 and 2, And this is going to allow me to turn my work, and now we can single crochet across the bottom of our work. So I'm going to single crochet into the bottom of each row, all the way across. So into the bottom of each row, I'm going to create a single crochet. So you just want to single crochet evenly right across the bottom. And this is to make it easier when we've got our second piece to join them together, because we'll have a nice neat edge. So I'm just popping my hook into the bottom of each row and making a single crochet. And when we get to the center piece, just single crochet across evenly. To the other side, and continue to single crochet all the way across to that first stitch. Loosen some yarn. And then when I get back to that first stitch, I'm going to slip stitch to join, chain one, cut the yarn tail and fasten off. And there is one half of our semicircle. So what you need to do now is create another piece exactly the same as this. So you need to rewind the video back to the beginning and then follow all the instructions again till you have a second piece. But don't fasten off on the second piece. Keep this tail attached to the yarn, and I'll meet you back here with both of my pieces and we'll begin to join them. So I'll see you back here soon. I've finished my second piece, so I have two pieces of my semicircle now, and as I said, I have kept attached to the yarn on the second piece. So now it's time to join these pieces together. So I'm going to attach the wrong side to the back of the work, to the back of the work. So both the wrong sides of my pieces are going to be touching as I attach these together. And the idea is we're going to single crochet around the whole piece, joining them, and before we completely close the gap, so before we completely single crochet this shut, we're going to put some polyfill inside to stuff them so that they're 3D. So with the piece that I'm attached to, I'm just going to chain one, and then I'm going to insert my hook back into that stitch. And then I'm going to pick up the first piece that I made, and I'm going to insert my hook into the same stitch, so the corner stitch on that piece. And then I'm going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through two. So I've completed my first single crochet and I've attached the pieces together. So if I bring you in, how we're going to join them is we're going to pick up a stitch from the first piece, and then we're going to pick up the corresponding stitch, so the same stitch on the second piece, and then we're going to complete a single crochet as normal. So we're joining them by picking up the same stitch from both pieces. So I'm going to just single crochet around until I get to this corner, because at the corner we're going to have to do multiple stitches to change the direction of our work. So for now, I'm just going to single crochet around. I'm not doing any double crochet in. I'm not doing any increased stitches. I'm just single crocheting around. So now I am at the corner stitch. I need to do multiple stitches in this one stitch so that we can turn our work, because otherwise it won't turn nicely. So into this one stitch I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So I'm going to go through the same 2 stitches 3 times. 2, one more time, and 3. And that, like earlier on when we single crocheted around the individual pieces, that's allowed me to turn the work, and now I can continue to single crochet across the bottom, joining the two pieces together. But as I said, I'm going to stop when I get to about here, and we're going to add some toy stuff and polyfill or yarn tails, whatever you've got to stuff this piece with. So continue to single crochet. There we go. So I'm going to pull up a loop, and I'm going to fill with polyfill. But as I said, you can use whatever you want to stuff this with. So there I have, I've stuffed it. So what I'm going to do now, so I can single crochet and finish off joining these two pieces together, I'm going to push this stuffing right in, and later on, once we're all joined, we can push that stuffing, we can fiddle with the piece and push that stuffing back into place. So I'm just going to continue to single crochet and close up the semicircle. And then when we get to our last stitch, I'm going to slip stitch to join, chain one and fasten off, cutting our yarn tail and pull through. And now I'm just going to give this a really good massage to get it into the shape that I want. And then we only have one yarn tail to thread to weave in. So I'm going to pop that onto my embroidery needle. And then I'm going to weave in this last stitch, this last yarn tail. And there you have the completed semicircle. So I hope you enjoyed making this with me, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. It's free and it really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. We will be doing the triangle next, so that will be the 5th shape in our series. So other than that, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.